Highlands to where a place that people can perform and open one's mind, to capture the imagination. It's what Parks and Recreation, but it's what many, many, many foundations do tonight. In a little while, we will be celebrating with the grand opening of the Theater Lab project. Theater Lab is a hybrid black box theater, and tonight we're opening it with 70 one-minute plays. But first, we've got the red carpet, and we've got the searchlights in the sky, and we've got the dignitaries approaching. And why I've never met this gentleman face to face. Bill, you are the boss. And when I say the boss, because he has so many women that he works with. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing wonderful.
Welcome out on this brisk, snowy South Florida evening.
Snowy.
This is our winter time.
I see, that's true.
Well, this is one of the coldest days of the winter here, which we saw some bikinis out on the water a little while ago.
I'm
So-
a little nippy for that.
A little dippy. See, in South Florida, when it hits 70, that's when we start putting on our sweaters and our trench coats and things like that. Tell us your name,
My name's Bill Irvin.
which we all know, but
Yeah.
the TV audience is sharing with us tonight on MiamiGO. MiamiGO is a new concept celebrating the nightlife and the entertainment, the shows, everything from the Big Orange downtown to the Coconut Grove Art Festival to a certain seafood festival that they have over at this estate in Deering.
I understand.
So we want to welcome you to the red carpet tonight.
Well, thank you.
How hard, I know you have this office full of women that you work with, and they're always coming up with these crazy ideas like taking an information center and making it into a performing arts complex.
It's like herding cats. It has its challenges, but I sit and listen and learn to listen and get some great ideas.
Well, I appreciate all the support that you've given us over the years, and you have a beautiful location, you have a great staff, and we look forward to seeing the inside of the Theater Lab in just a few.
Well, thank you. I do too.
Thank you much. I love meeting people. Now, Bill, I've met before, and we've worked together before, and it's like, no, we're going to change the color of the carpet. Oh, the girl said we're going to do, all right, well, then let's keep the carpet that color. But here's one of the ones that I only get to hear about in the background. He's the one who has that whip. Indiana Jones.
That's me, Indiana Jones. I'm Dave Marley,
Tom Mitchell, how are you?
president
Nice
of
to
the
meet you.
foundation.
Tell me about the women that you have with you tonight.
This is my wife, Beth,
Nice to meet you, Beth.
and my mother, Pauline.
Pauline, come on in here. We don't bite. Well, sometimes we do.
You're being introduced on the red
Being
carpet.
introduced.
Come on over. Pauline, is it?
Pauline, yep.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, I gotta be in.
This is the camera, and this is the live audience. We're streaming out.
Hello?
New social media, it's not so much live radio, live TV, as live social media. So not only do we have everybody watching us live now, but tomorrow you can go back and say, you know, dear, that blue tie might have looked a little better tonight.
Red.
Oh, not red.
Red.
All right. Red wins.
Red.
Red
Red
wins. Okay.
carpet. Well, we're happy to be here.
Well, thank you very much for coming out. I appreciate all your support. And tell me about the Seafood Festival. I know it's one of our favorite
Is
projects coming up.
Is Dan Iglesias here?
No, not yet.
Oh, he's not here yet.
Well, we're going to have to get him out here on the microphone and tell people.
The last weekend in March, we need everybody to come out to volunteer. We need plenty of volunteers, and it is our largest fundraising event of the year. So,
I remember speaking with some of the crew, we won't talk about Mary in particular, but she tells me that each year more and more people are coming out to this. So
no
maybe-
more than 3,500 at any one time.
Oh, no, never
No.
more than 3,500.
No.
But maybe we should just not promote it this year. Shh, tell your friends,
No,
put it on
no,
Facebook,
no. We
social
need to
media. We got some
promote.
great live bands coming this year.
Yes, live bands.
And the best food. The best food.
Best food.
The best environment.
Best food. Best food.
Thank you for bringing it all together.
And thank
and
you
your
for
red
having
tie.
us. Well, my red tie for the red carpet.
For the red carpet.
After you.
Thank you.
We're here at the Deering Estate at Cutler.
Right there. June, England.
How are you, Gina? Come on in. We'll take everybody all at once. This is, we're not shy around here.
Okay, well, neither are we.
And you are?
I'm Peter England. I'm on the trustee of the Deering Estate Foundation.
And how long have you been doing that?
Let me see, about 15 years.
And what's been some of the biggest challenges that we've had out here?
Well, having people find the place. You know, it's not like Vizcaya where you know, thousands of people pass it every day. Thousands of people pass this place every day, but they're on Old Cutler Road and there is no signs because it's a historic road. So we need to let people know where the Deering Estate is.
Where we are, but not without compromising and putting up big flashy
We
billboards
gotta
or
maintain the historical integrity of the place. We can't have a big Edith Jones sign out.
and henceforth the 1920s attire for some of us this evening. Thank you very much, and thank you for all your support over the years. Nice to meet you. There's Shelley. I have a hard time saying the honorable and stuff because we go back from before she was mayor and all that good stuff. But I love putting her on the spot. And let's see, there's a little height difference here, so we'll have to.
Okay, so,
Well,
do we
I
have a
know.
stool?
I'm gonna cut down on the stool.
okay, I like that.
Now, how did they do that on 2.5 Men? Da, 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 da.
Da-da-da-da. There you go. We could do that.
Now, last time I saw you, we were in a field of snow,
Yes.
and people said it doesn't snow down here, and it does, and it did, and you were one of the people who made that happen, and I want to thank you. And it was so nice to have the snow in 70-degree weather.
Yes, wasn't it? The Village of Parks really comes through. We had a blizzard in Palmetto Bay just for the kids. It was great.
So you look beautiful tonight,
Well, thank you so much.
and I don't know if you've seen inside. If you've seen any of the pictures, the preview
I have
pictures.
not. I have not.
We've been sweating. We've been tearing out tables, and we've been picking out carpet, picking out chairs, and designing the chairs from the ground up. We've been going over old photographs and picking them for the walls and the carpets, and it looks nice.
I have to say, whatever Deering does, it always turns out terrific. It's always going to be a landmark. And that's what our Village of Parks counts on, is that Deering is a landmark for us.
It is, and it wasn't that long ago that this was just unincorporated Dade, but more and more the local community comes together, supports, and that's what makes this home.
And that's what we love about Deering. Deering gives us a spot and a look back in history about why we came down to live down here and why we're here in Palmetto Bay. It contributes so much to our quality of life. And the people who are part of the Deering Foundation and part of Deering are such an integral part of what's important about Palmetto Bay.
And
They
so
do
are
it
you.
right.
You and the community and everybody that comes out and supports everything that you do, we thank you.
Thank
We
you
thank
so
you.
much. Thank you.
Well, we're going to be starting the 71-minute plays in just a little bit, so hang around,
Excellent.
and we're going to see you inside, okay?
Excellent. Looking forward to it.
There's the side queue here. Yeah, it's like, time's up, next. They're shuffling them in because the cars are backed up, the valets are working. Hi, who are you, and what the heck are you doing here?
My name is Lita DeValdevioso, and this is my husband, Frank.
Wait, this is a tall one. This could be a battle. Wait, this could be a battle. I'm 6'5" and a half.
I'm down to my level.
Oh, boy.
All right, now. I'm the secretary this year of the Deering Estate, and I'm thrilled to be here. This is a great event and wonderful people here.
Well, we thank you very much for coming out. And we know that when we talk about theaters are not cheap. And, of course, this is a theater project, a theater lab, not quite a black box, a hybrid. So it's very green, which means economics not only in the lighting and the electricity, but the budget on this was very little, but we got so much out of it.
That's excellent.
And we thank you for helping
That's
us
excellent to
squeeze
hear.
each and every penny out of that. And we're keeping this rolling.
All right.
All right? Enjoy
Well, I'm proud to be here.
the red carpet. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Wait, we need to know the height.
6'5".
6'5" and a half. Gotcha. Of course, unless I'm next to a 4'11", and then I have to say, no, then I'm only 5'4". Come on in. Hi, Becky. How are you?
Good to see you. Glad
So
to be here.
we thank you for coming out. We thank you for your support.
Hey, I think it's a wonderful occasion.
I know that everybody at Deering always surprises me because they're always pulling something new out of their pocket.
They
You got to let me know what's our next secret. What's next?
It's a secret.
You'd have to kill me. Oh boy, we'll find that out in a little bit. Thank you for coming out. Hey, sir, how are you?
Okay, Howard Tindrich,
Hi, Howard, and you're lovely.
Maryland.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out
Thank you. We're on the board, so
on the board. And give me. I know that the economics of the community has been rough the last couple of years. The numbers have been down, but
Yeah.
it seems as the numbers go down, the more people come out of the woodwork. We were here recently when you had the Christmas caroling. And of course, we had the snow here at the Deering Estates as well. And the more that the economics hurt, the more people come out. And that helps turn things
The
around.
foundation has done very well even in the bad times.
That's what we've heard. And of course, it couldn't be done without the strong leadership and everything. Thank you very, very much. This is the grand opening at the Theater Lab project here at Deering Estate at Cutler. And we'll be back in just a few with more from the red carpet. The grand opening, the Theater Lab project. Theater Lab, a hybrid black box. It's an opportunity for people to express, to act, to perform. Anything from PowerPoint presentations to acoustic performances. The new theater is designed with minimal audio reinforcement. For playback purposes, the room was acoustically changed and modified to create a superb sound and wonderful seating. Couldn't do it without all these wonderful people. I feel like we should be playing that the drum roll now in the presidential pomp and circumstance as we got more people coming in on the red carpet. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
And you are?
I'm Arm Candy.
You are arm candy. Well, then you have to introduce whose arm you are being the candy on.
This is Christine Stefani, a board member here.
Hi.
Christine, how are you? You look beautiful, or should we say ravishing this evening. Let's come on over here where we get you a little bit more in the light. Wait a minute. Don't run away yet. Don't run away yet. We're just trying to get cameras over here. So we're trying to make sure that they see that, I do have good friends, okay? They look really... I want to be arm candy for a second. Okay, I'm arm candy too. So tell me, I saw a lot of different art. Deering Estates is not just a building with a view and a harvest moon and a seafood festival.
Right.
But there's a lot of art. Can you tell me anything about all of your art?
Tell them about the art. Apparently not.
Got you on the spot.
Got me
I
on
know
the
that we have an artist in resident program. We're going to find
Yes,
out
we do.
more. And Deering Estates, tell me, besides the handful of events that we do every year, what's the ongoing mission here?
The ongoing mission of Deering Estate?
Yes.
I would defer to my board member wife.
We're going to find out more.
Yes, we're going to find
I
out.
got
more.
you nervous on the
Yeah,
spot. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Thank you very much for coming out. You know what? I'll tell you what. Take her over to the bar, get her a glass of wine,
I think so.
and then we're going to come back
We'll think
because
about
I
the
heard that
question.
she's not a quiet one.
No, I can guarantee that.
Thank you very much.
Have a nice night.
And we're coming in more and more on the red carpet.
Okay, come on. Good evening.
Sir, how are you?
Doing well, thank you.
Tom Mitchell, how are you?
Hey, Tom,
and
Eric Haas, and
you're-
Lori Haas.
You're beautiful tonight. I have to share this arm candy with all these guys here tonight.
You're a lucky man.
We were asking something about all the different art that we see. Now, this isn't just somebody went to a garage sale and bought art, hung them on the walls. But we see the art evolves and we see changes, and we've got some of the art here on the walls tonight.
Yes.
Can you tell me, what do we do to make sure that Deering stays fresh in everybody's mind?
Well, what we've done here, and the freshness is we just opening this Black Box Theater. Thanks to the Knight Foundation and Cecilio and John Fox have put together something where we're going to see art that is displayed in motion in theater, which is one of the better arts. We have musical art, we have pictures hanging on the wall, we have sculpture, but we're going to have the blessing of having the theater here.
Live performance art, and I remember being born and raised here in Miami. If you wanted to see a show, you used to have to go up past the county line to see stuff. And more, Dade County is coming alive, and the arts are coming into our own neighborhoods.
Well, on Flagler Street, we had the Dade County
The old
auditorium
Olympia Theater.
and the auditorium right there.
Yes.
But I grew up here in Miami also, and there was the Coconut Grove Theater, and that was about the only thing that you had.
And that's coming back as well.
That's what I hear.
I thank you very much for all the support and all the effort, because they say it's not just a job.
No,
It's a love of our life. It's a passion.
it's a journey.
It's a journey. Thank you again very much. Nice to meet you, and we'll see you inside.
As well.
Jennifer! Hello, baby! Oh, no. Now I'm in trouble. I think we're going to have to dance tonight.
There you go.
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah.
Now, these ladies, have suffered
Yeah.
suffered
Oh, God.
and suffered from the local insects that have been challenging us when we pick our carpets,
What?
when we tore out the old
Oh,
tables.
yeah, yeah,
We got
okay.
visited
Yeah.
by a lot of the foundation from under the building as we modified and pulled out these old pipes out of the ground. And we kept saying, well, wait, there's more. Bring them out. And they're taking them and they're taking them outside. No, we got to preserve them. I'm like, but we got a carpet.
No. That would require a certificate to dig, sir. No. We don't talk about that on
We,
on
oh,
public.
oh, cancel that strike.
No. These are purely cosmetic. These are, cosmetic enhancements.
But the cosmetic enhancements have been fantastic. I remember
Absolutely.
picking carpets and picking colors
Yes.
and making sure that we wanted to have the
Yes.
green that represents the
Terracotta.
pineland.
Yes, the
We
terracotta,
wanted
the
to
earth.
have the terracotta, of course. Yes, we can't forget about the terracotta.
The earth.
Having various equipment come in and
Yes.
being shipped back from the projectors, because one of the features of the Theater Lab is a digital set. So not only do we have the opportunity to show PowerPoint presentations, but we can put video on a back wall as a movie theater or as a digital set. So if you're standing directly in front of the back wall, you're not casting a shadow or interrupting that video on the back wall. And we had to work with the manufacturers several times. It's been a challenge, and this thing started over a year ago.
Actually, it started about 2 years ago, and thank you guys so much, because the whole concept was really to expand our literary performance and theater arts here on the estate, and this site allows us to do that. Hence, we've got this amazing grand opening, tip of the hat to the 1920s theater opening, which is why we're all in lovely attire today, get a chance to dress up in sort of the era of Charles Deering as well. But yes, we've had an ongoing theater program and literary arts program for a couple of years now. Our full Artist in Residence program began in 2006 and has been adding layers and adding layers. We've got our playwright development
Let's back up to the artist in residence.
Yes.
This
And
is
I wanna
a
let
term
Kim
that I've
talk
heard
about that
many
one.
times about artist in residence. I'm like, okay, so there are ghosts then living inside the Deering estate. They're not ghosts, but they're actually people who live there? No, not made up. When you say
No,
residence,
Artist in residence is different from ghosts.
So our studio artists in residence are visual, literary, and often performing artists that are granted studio space at the estate for up to 1 year, free of charge as a volunteer service. So they get to explore their practice at the estate. And lately, over the last year and a half, we've had many different types of artists that cross over. They're not just painters or musicians or writers. They're multidisciplinary artists, and they often collaborate together. So some very exciting stuff happening within our residency program.
and if somebody wants to see some of this art, where would they go?
They could visit our studios on the first Saturday of every month. Our artists in residence are in different times, but they're always in their studios on that first Saturday of the month from 10 to 1.
Okay, so now we understand the artist in residence.
Correct.
We've heard rumors about ghosts, but we're going to come back to that a little bit later.
It'll come back later. We also have a wonderful exhibit program here on the estate. I mean, between Kim and a lot of our staff, we coordinate anywhere between 10 and 12 historic and then contemporary art exhibits on the estate and the historic houses. We've got, as well as that, we've got our Living Artists concert series, which is also a performance element. Tandem Theater, which will probably be coming up real soon, is our youth performance artist in residence, and they run a theater camp as well as working with us throughout the year at different performance programs. Our playwright development program with Miami-Dade County Department of Cultural Affairs has had this amazing program with playwrights actually creating works of art on the estate that then are produced in New York, Boston, Chicago. We do play readings here with those. So there's like a whole sort of evolution of not just literary performance and theater arts here, but this, emerging young talent to developing professional to master classes to full-blown professional working within the arts here.
So it's a lot more than just preserving the estate of Mr. Deering, but it's making it have a life of its own.
It is. Well, if you look at Charles Deering, he's a relatively complex individual. He had many interests. He was a wizard in business. And one of the most interesting things is that they said that he was very creative. Well, when you look at some of his interests outside of his business interests, he was very interested in literary arts. Believe it or not, Maricel, one of his castles over in Spain where he wanted to put in an artist in residence studio and museum, was named after a play that he saw while traveling through Europe, and that's one of those fun facts. But he befriended many emerging artists of his time, folks that we would consider masters now, John Singer Sargent, Ramon Casas, Augustus St. Gaudens. So there's a historical context. Our challenge as arts managers has been to take that historic vision that Charles Deering has had and make it relevant to today. You know, showcase not only the historic features of this site, but how art history and some of those influence really translate into today's contemporary art culture.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal job.
Thank you. And one of the wonderful titles that we do have, Jennifer mentioned, the Living Artist Concert Series. Our entire Artist in Residence program is that contemporary interaction. And having artists on site, literary, visual, and performing, they interact with the public, they interact with our staff, they come up with ideas that really fuel us for even years to come. And today, for example, with the 1 Minute Play Festival, we just welcomed about 60 new faces in the theater arts. And they had a wonderful day here at the estate. So not a new partnership, but a renewed partnership, and actors from Broward, and as far as the Keys, we're here today utilizing our site and interacting with our program. So
yeah,
we're
and
happy to have them.
Wonderful shout out to Dominic DeAndrea for his curation and pulling together of all of these directors and playwrights and performers for this. It is amazing. 70 short format plays, you know, in the course of an evening. Where can you go for something like that?
And a lot of times people say, oh, but you got to put your nose in the books. You got to put your nose in the books. Such a small portion of what is learned and retained in life comes out of a book. It comes out of one-on-one, the mentorship, the interaction, and that's where it becomes a passion. And any job, as I'm jealous because I see the jobs that you do, you have to love what you do. And then it's not a job. Don't tell the guy that writes the paycheck that. But there's always a smile on your face, even during the stress times.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's no stress times. What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Well, we're going to see you inside in just a little bit as we get ready to cut the ribbon and open this beautiful Theater Loud project here at the Deering Estate at Cutler.
Thank you.
And the red carpet's continuing. Good evening. How are you?
Good. How
And
are
you are?
I'm Robin Barson.
Robin, hi.
Mariella.
Nice to meet you, Mariella. Are you guys ready for us? Are you fans of the arts?
We are. We're actually, I'm the co-founder of Tandem Theater Project, which is the Deering Estates Youth Artist in Residence. So, and this is one of our moms, one of our great moms of the kids.
So tell me a little bit more about the Tandem Project.
Well, Tandem, I'm a local theater educator, and I've been doing that for a long time. And my partner and I, she's a musical director. She's not here tonight. She had a family engagement. And we teach children's theater, and we had the camp here at the estate over the summer. So we were here. We did a performance of Romeo and Juliet in the main house, in the Stone House over the summer. And we're very excited about the new theater and opening it up and performing with kids in the area.
And you can help me with this as a parent. Sure. Some people go, well, you know, I don't picture my kids ever being an actor or actress. So I don't want them to be in a theater camp, or I don't want them to learn drama. But that's so wrong, because
really not about
even
that.
if you're not going to pursue movies and TV or social media, you have to sell yourself on an interview with a job. You have to sell things, and everything in life is sold, whether it's the shampoo that we buy or the makeup, or finding that good-looking girl and saying, hey, baby, I'm the right one for you.
Right.
And a lot of that can come in. It's a source of self-confidence as well.
Right. That's right. Yeah, that's absolutely what it's all about for the kids especially, is building self-confidence, learning how to connect with people and work really hard. They have a great work ethic. We have some great kids. We're really proud of them. And
Sounds
this is a
good.
wonderful connection for
If
us.
people want to know more about the Tandem project, they can go to a website, I'm assuming?
Our website is under construction at the moment, but there's a lot of information through Deering because we do all of our classes here through Deering, and we're partners with them. So
And you know the Deering website?
www.deering.
We're going to find that out in just a little bit.
Okay.
Kim, get back over here. Kim. Thank you very much, and we'll see you inside. We had a quick question in reference to the Deering Estates website,
Yes.
because we're here on social media and we're streaming this live. If somebody wants to get more information about anything here at Deering, and we're still going to tease back about those ghost stories, what's the Deering Estate website?
www.deeringestate.org.
.org. Okay, get out of here. Now I got more people coming in on the red carpet. Oh, it's the master. Yes, sir. How are you?
How are you?
Doing phenomenal. They said it was going to be so cold out tonight that we were supposed to wear these trench coats and everything, but they forgot that this is South Florida.
That's correct.
Tell me, what are we going to see tonight? What are we going to experience?
You are going to see 60 plus plays by 35 of South Florida's best playwrights. So we're going to see a bunch of moments that might speak to where we are right now.
I've seen, and I've been involved with many plays, and I know one play is hard to put on.
Uh-huh.
Back to back, 2 plays. When you say 60 plus, how do you keep your sanity?
You keep it moving very quickly. Keep it easy.
Sounds good.
Easy. Yeah.
Well, I thank you very much
Thank you.
for your
It's gonna be
patience,
very
your
exciting.
understanding, and wish you a phenomenal show tonight, breaking into brand new theater here.
It was a great day breaking it in for you, so I hope we did you proud. Thank you
Sounds
so
good.
much. Bye-bye.
How are you?
Hi.
She's wearing red on the red carpet. I love it, and I've got eye candy here, and my wife is going to kill me. It's part of the job here, part of the job. So who are you, and what are you doing here?
I am Adriana Perez. I'm with the Department of Cultural Affairs, so I'm here to celebrate the
Okay,
opening.
I'm going to sit down on this one. Cultural affairs. That's a big word.
That is a big word.
And 10 years ago, Dade County, as we mentioned earlier this evening, really didn't have much going on.
Not a whole
You
lot.
had some of the older theaters. We referenced to the Dade County Auditorium. We referenced to the Olympia Theater, also known as the Gusman Theater, the rise and fall of the Coconut Grove Theater. But now we've got
Renaissance.
the Arch, and we've got the South Dade Cultural Arts Center. We've got, even at the JCC, we've got places left and right. Thank you. Without you and your organization supporting, it would never, ever happen. We're being cut off because we're going inside now for the ribbon cutting.
Good. Wonderful.
All part of the grand opening here at the Deering Estates. Thanks for all your
Thank
support.
you. Thank
Are you married? He's Dave, but he doesn't look anything like me.
Yes. All right.
Watch the ribbon. It's delicate.
Actually, Bill and Dave, you want to cut it? Adriana, you want to cut it?
You can keep the band as well, okay?
Okay.
Let's all put our hands on it.
Get your hands on it.
All of us?
Yeah.
No.
Why don't we get one of you in costume over kind of to...
Go behind Adriana? Oh.
You go in there.
Okay.
We'll get in there. She just brought a hat.
Beth.
Do we need the mic? I think we're good.
sort of like a wedding at this time where we have to get the poses with the mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and the cousins and nephews and some of the most important people that are putting together and getting ready to cut the opening ribbon of the Theater Loud project here at Deering Estate at Cutler.
That's my talking points. So I was in the shower and I was thinking, no. Honestly, I was thinking, why do I need a script? And I had a flashback to the last time I was on a theatrical stage. It was Mrs. Blackington's third grade production of Hans Brinker. I played the doctor. I had 2 lines. I couldn't remember them then. I don't remember them now. But it gave me a taste of the theater. And when we went to the Knight Foundation Awards and we were awarded the grant to really refurbish this and make it into a black box theater, I was so excited because I think we're all frustrated actors. You know, we're sitting here, it's either that we're the chairman of the board and we're going to be making a speech to the board of directors or our shareholders, we rehearse that. Or if we are driving in the car as a salesman for that big meeting, we're rehearsing that whole pitch that we're going to make. Or if we're parents and we're going to be having a big conversation with our child, we're rehearsing that. But what we're rehearsing are the words and thoughts, our own words and thoughts. And the admiration that I have for these actors is that they're rehearsing and then they sit in front of people that they don't know, total strangers, and they recite the words and thoughts of others. And that's always amazed me. So with that, I welcome you all this evening. I'd like to introduce the director of the Deering Estate, Bill Irvin. He has a few comments.
Thank you, and definitely appreciate you all coming out tonight and helping us celebrate this next step that we're making here at the Deering Estate at Cutler. It's just been a wonderful odyssey to take and find different ways to celebrate and to memorialize Charles Deering's legacy, not only as an environmentalist, which was something that was well underway when many of us came here to the estate, but his cultural pursuits as well, that were vast, and we find out more about him all the time. There are many people to thank for making this possible. I apologize that those that have been here before aren't having the opportunity to bruise their knees as they sit down in their seats tonight because of the benches that used to be in here. But this was made possible by a grant from John S. and James L. Knight Foundation. Unfortunately, none of their representatives could be with us tonight, but were critical in starting the ball rolling for this. The Miami-Dade County Department of Cultural Affairs, along with the Cultural Affairs Council, and Adriana Perez is here tonight to represent them, which I'm going to bring Adriana up shortly so that she can say a few words. Also would like to thank John and Cecilio Fox, who were also contributors. Unfortunately, they could not be here tonight. Cecilio had a very unfortunate emergency surgery this week that has kind of put her to the side. Everything's fine. She's doing well, but coming out tonight was not a possibility. So, but it's a wonderful angel for us here at the estate. I'd also be remiss, and I have to do this with great pleasure every time I get up in front of a group, and I have to thank the Deering Estate Foundation. There is nothing that we would accomplish here without their shared effort, partnership, enthusiasm, and it's kind of one of those things we like to represent ourselves to the public as a seamless organization, so people really can't tell the difference between our government entity and our involvement here and the foundation. And they have just been great partners under the leadership of Dave and their past president Eric, and they've got a terrific executive director in Mary Pettit, who and who I really think we ought to get a hard hat for this job, because she's project manager. It's wonderful what we've done here. As you can see, if you've been in here before, we took out some terrible table situation that really didn't work. You got to knock your knees against. Have been able to expand greatly the number of seats in the theater, put in new carpeting, have done those things that you can't see, such as a lot of electrical work, new lighting, new sound effects with the sound effects boards and the drapery in the house, and have a lot of audiovisual improvements. It's amazing that you can stand here up in this stage and I'm not casting a shadow on the projection behind me. Having been in the business for a little bit, I've never seen this kind of stuff before, so that's just terrific. And not only that, but it gives us the opportunity here to bring to South Dade what is going to be an affordable venue for theater, literary, and all different types of lecture opportunities that previously wasn't available here in South Dade. We've had the wonderful addition of the South Dade Cultural Arts Center down in Cutler. So we have a partner, again, that the Cultural Affairs Department operates, that we can bounce off of and really, I think, if you will, be a force to be reckoned with, working together as we have in the past. So I really want to thank all the people that were so instrumental in making this happen, and definitely enjoy your work. At this time, I'd like to ask up Adriana from the Cultural Affairs Department, a steadfast partner of ours.
Well, I came in here a few minutes ago and just took a little tour of the space, and I was just emotionally overcome by seeing this. I have a dual purpose being here. I'm part of the Cultural Affairs Council, the Department of Cultural Affairs, and I'm a member of this community. So I come here and I'm growing my family here, and I need for this community to be big and vibrant and exciting. And the Deering Estate staff has made it that way. And I was just so excited to feel like I was in the 92nd Street Y or in the Rattlestick Theater, where so much exciting energy happens. And this couldn't have happened without the team here, and I just wanted to thank them and for taking risks and being so brave and encouraging our artists to create new work, put Miami on the map culturally. They're breeding new work and incubating new artists and sending them out and putting Miami just on a cultural map. So we have them to thank and the community for supporting. So thank you very much. And I think David is coming back. Okay.
Thank you, Adriana. Also, one of the things before I leave you tonight that I would be remiss if I did not thank, and that's the staff here. And the staff that has been so creative and so innovative with so much energy. And two people in particular, Jennifer Tisthammer and Kim Mianis, who have really were the brain, the mothers of this effort here, and gave it birth and nurtured it. And they're the ones that are going to make this space live for us, be our agents with our partners that really are going to breathe life into this space. So I really want to thank you for all your hard work. At this time, I'd like to bring David back up.
There are a couple more people that need to be recognized, and that first is Reflections Productions. They're doing everything in the sound. Mario, back in the booth. Good job, Mario. He has put in countless hours to get this to where it is. And MiamiGO, they did the red carpet out front. We want to thank them. And the intimidating guy, Tom Mitchell. We want to thank our MC out front, but thank you, Tom. So we have a show to put on. So as any stage manager, we will ask you to kindly get out of our theater. Because for those that have tickets, we'll welcome you back at 8 o'clock for the show. But again, thank you so much for your support of the foundation and the estate, and have a nice evening.